Hey, I'm Erica with Cooking with a Teen Librarian, and welcome back to my kitchen. In my last video, I cooked with butternut squash for the first time. Sticking with that theme of challenging myself, I decided to try collard greens. So I'm not sure how this will turn out, and that is perfectly okay. The plus side of this recipe, this dish should take 25 minutes. Stick around and share in the fun. The most important thing is to have a clean kitchen. Proper hand washing is key before you prep anything you will make in your kitchen. The next important thing is washing your produce. Before we start cooking, we gotta prep, so let's get to it.
Wow, uncooked collard greens are huge and take up so much space.
And we're just gonna let it all sit in the colander in the sink together.
Adios stem, we don't need that. Now fold it over and slice and dice. Slice and dice. Dicing the onion is up next. Everyone cuts their onion differently, and that's okay. Do what feels comfortable to you. I like cutting mine like this. Look, a cow in a vegan kitchen. For this recipe, you will need a tablespoon of olive oil, 1 cup of a diced onion, I prefer yellow, minced garlic, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 can of chickpeas, 1 bunch of spinach, 1 bunch of collard greens, some lemon juice, and salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes are optional. Now let's get to those chickpeas. Use your strength to get that can open using your can opener. If you use aquafaba, save the liquid when you drain the chickpeas. Don't forget to rinse. First, your burner should be on medium heat. Now add the oil and let it warm up. You can adjust it to your comfort level when you start adding stuff to the stock pot. When you feel that your oil is hot, add the onion and stir. You may say, how do I know when my oil is hot? With time, you'll be able to gauge it like a pro. I love garlic, so I'm going to add a lot of garlic here. Look, it's a happy marriage in a stock pot. When you smell that aroma of the onion and garlic, oof, that is usually how I know when I can move on to the next step. Did I tell you I love the fragrance of onion and garlic? Whoa, look at that color. You can see it's getting to that golden color. When you get to that color, that's when you know you can move on to the next step. Now we're going to add the spinach. You can see how it looks currently. In a few minutes, it will wilt down and look different. We are also going to add the collard greens, and it will do the exact same thing. It will wilt down just like the spinach. Are you stirring? Stirring is a key task to this recipe. Did I mention that? Continue to stir. It doesn't matter which way you stir as long as you stir. You want to keep adding the uncooked greens to the stock pot as everything begins to wilt down. Did you know that you can also cut or shred your collard greens by using kitchen shears? Be careful, you don't want to cut yourself. Wow, those greens are starting to look tasty! You want to give it a couple more stirs. This is important because you want to make sure that the greens from the bottom come to the top. You can tell because the greens that were at the bottom have a silky look to them from the oil. Next, we're going to add the diced tomatoes with the sauce. Here you can add your own touch of flavor. You may want to add the fire roasted tomatoes or diced tomatoes with Italian seasoning, or if you're lucky enough, the ones with jalapenos. Next, we'll add the chickpeas and stir. I wonder if there is an art of stirring. Oh my gosh, we're almost at the end. I hope we can finish this before the timer goes off. Once you're comfortable with this recipe, you could add whatever you like to this dish. Maybe you want to add mushrooms to it, or make it a main dish by adding ground beef or chicken. The lemon juice is added to balance the metallic taste of the greens. Now you just want to stir to make sure the zesty flavor is distributed evenly. If you want, you're more than welcome to give it a taste with a clean fork or spoon. This helps to see if you need to add more spices or herbs. Here's our finished dish. I'm going to plate it now with rice and naan bread. Before that, I'm going to add things to spice it up. I like things hot, so I'm going to add crushed red pepper flakes and just add a little bit of salt. And don't forget to stir.
I'm testing out my finished product. Making sure I got everything in there. Be careful, it might be hot. It has a nice citric flavor because of the lemon juice, and it has a nice hot flavor from the crushed red peppers, but I would add something else like Tabasco to it. Look at that, we're right at the 25-minute mark. I hope you had fun in the kitchen with me today. The recipe is in the description below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can watch future videos and follow us on all of our social media accounts. Thanks.